Hi everyone, it's Stephanie Thompson. Welcome back to Read Your Library. Before we talk about this next book, a quick note for those of you who have been kind of following which books we've been talking about. At the beginning of the series, I mentioned that I wanted to go through my entire home library shelf by shelf. And we're about 15, 16 books in, and some of you are probably thinking, well, do you ever read anything but sort of mass market bestsellers? Because that's mainly what we've been talking about since I started the series. Well, that is the shelf I started with, but I just wanted to assure you that that is not all there is in my library. Even if there were, no big deal. They tend to be, I think, pretty good books, fun to read, and with some literary value. But that's just one shelf. There are other shelves full of lots of different kinds of genres of books, which we're going to get to. So I hope that you'll be patient and stick around to see exactly what else there is in the library as we get to it. We're almost done with this shelf, actually, only a few books left, and the next one on the shelf is an amazing book that I really did not know what to think about when I picked it up, but that really stunned me, by Dave Eggers, called Zeitoun. It's a work of nonfiction, and that is possibly the most amazing and disturbing thing about it, because when you read this, you will wonder, how is this possible? How can it possibly be true? And what on earth could have happened that a story like this could take place in America in the modern era? But Dave Eggers based this book of nonfiction on the true story of a couple, a Syrian immigrant couple living in New Orleans at the time of Hurricane Katrina. And it's a really disturbing book about what happened during and after Katrina, not just to New Orleans and the people who lived there, but also to this particular family of Arab Americans, in light of the fact that this is also the post-9/11 era. So this is sort of a book that really pinpoints the confluence of two horrible events of the modern era, both under the Bush administration, not coincidentally, and the way people were treated, and the way the government responded, and the way the American public responded, and the things that people had to endure after these two disasters are really mind-boggling. It's a beautifully written book, though. I really recommend it. It will give you a lot of insight into what it means to be an Arab American in America today, but also a Katrina survivor, a resident of the New Orleans area. There's a lot in there that's terrible, but a lot in it that's beautiful about the way people treat each other, help each other, come together or not in times of great despair and stress. So Dave Eggers is well known for writing other bestsellers, mostly fictional, but this one really stands out to me, and I really recommend it. It's not a very long book. As I say, it's just one story of Katrina and post-9/11 America, but it's definitely worth your read. Zeitoun, pick it up today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on Read Your Library.